Hello everyone, Naodline here, back with another Age of the Ring cast. Today we are again showing a game by my old friend Tharbadd. I say old friend, my good friend Tharbadd, against a Erebor, CammyFries. Now both these players are very good, as you've seen. Oh, Cammy, what are you doing, man? Going straight for the Erebor Hall of Warriors, and we can see over here, Tharbadd is going straight for the triple slave mill. He's going for a slightly different strategy this time, it looks like. And Cammy looks like he's going for a strategy I'm not familiar with the dwarves. I've tried using the dwarf Hall of Warriors to start with. It seems like it's best to go for the assembly hall, even though it costs more resources. But we'll see. Going straight for the spider lair. Oh. Looks like Cammy was expecting Tharbadd to go for a more cavalry-focused start. Main thing to know about dwarves, they are really not good against cavalry. Unless they're pikes. So, looks like Cammy's already set up the signal point for his units to go straight to this mine shaft. He's going for an early start. Interesting strat. Using the mine shaft to quickly dip his units in to get rid of the Warg lair, and then maybe even dip them back in to help them escape. Okay, and as you can see, purchasing the Fell Brood. This is a completely different strategy to how Tharbadd played last time. Last time he went for the forward barracks and just spammed Broken Rabble for the first 5 minutes of the game. Doing really well, building up his economy because Broken Rabble are cheap as chips. But this time he's going for a far more elitist, expensive playstyle with a Fell Brood against the dwarves. How will this play out? Let's see what we've got over here. We've got Carnage from Tharbadd. He's going to probably throw that onto his spiders and deal a heavy blow by destroying an early resource building. Losing one or two resource buildings in the early game can really cripple your economy into the late game. So it is unfortunate. It looks like Cammy is going to lose this mine shaft. He doesn't seem too bothered though. He knows these pikemen are safe from the spider charge. We're just going to move out, get rid of the Warg lair permanently. Meanwhile, he's not built any other mine shafts. Wait, no, he has. He's building a forward mine shaft right next to the enemy base, and another one. Oh, Cammy, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? Okay. Yep, got some more. Gonna try and remember their dwarven names. The Sigyn Erdrig, throwing them all in to his mine shaft. Getting the other one out to take out this Warg lair. In the Fort of Eisen, if you can take out these two Warg lairs quickly, that is a big economic boost for you. Oh, but Tharbadd, only just noticing, he's built the top of the map jail. Going for jailers to get rid of the Warg lair. Seems pretty legit. And yeah, we got some more pikemen up there. And yeah, we can see the pikemen, they were evacuated. But the good thing about the spider lair is when you get it, all your buildings have this infestation power, which summons itty bitty spiders which can't be touched. And they're just going to slowly eat away at these poor little dwarves. So, oh, and we've got Freyne here as well. Oh, dwarf on dwarf violence here, over here. Don't watch. And look at that, the Fell Brood cutting down that mine shaft. But not before the dwarves got to take a bit of vengeance on their own. Of their own even. And you can see he's gone full pike rush against all this. Getting more jailers out here to get rid of that this Warg lair. Cammy's still unsuspecting of what is happening up here. Even though he has a mine shaft right next door. He's just out of range. Tharbadd has played that perfectly. He knew he'd be just out of range there. Freyne close to dying. Got another forward jail over here. And he's gone for the Spire of Sorcery. Oh, this is the strategy we were all waiting for. The Risen Dead. Dwarves have a real big problem with the Risen Dead. They cannot catch up to them at all. And with all these jailers, I know exactly what he's going to do with them. Because, as I've already mentioned many times in the past, once you get the Spire of Sorcery, all orc, jailers and hunters can be sacrificed to a hidden altar and turned into the Risen Dead. Now currently these jailers are doing next to no damage against those fully elite dwarves on whole ground stance. They are not going to take any L's. But now the Spire has almost been completed, they will soon very quickly turn a very new leaf. Let's see what Cammy's been up to. He's not been expanding out too much. He's having to constantly rebuild his mine shafts when he's losing, and there we go, there's a Risen Dead. Now, the Risen Dead are getting nerfed to be slightly more accommodating to the fact that they need a little bit of a weakness. So basically, currently, they don't take much damage from trample, they don't get much power points from their deaths, and they deal a bit too much damage, so they're getting nerfed in all three regards. Oh, look at those spiders over there. I love using these Felberud. At first, when I was playing versus AI all the time, I thought these spiders were garbage. But honestly, the more I've played PvP, these spiders are perhaps one of the most broken cav units in the game. Oh, I wouldn't have done that Tharbadd. Not even to kill off a level 3 pike unit, I would not have done that. But then again, you are better than me, so I will ascend to your superiority. So, not really got a PowerPoint lead on either side right now. Cammy still hasn't been able to deal with the forward jail up at the top, and the Risen Dead right on his doorstep. I don't think he really can either. Although he has got a full dwarf army, he is not wasting any time getting that elite dwarf army out here. He's going to throw him into the mine shaft. He's spread his mines pretty far and wide, and positioning them perfectly so that if anything was ever to appear from anywhere, he could very quickly send them out, maybe even demolish the mine shaft while at it. Oh, and he also went for the Reign of Ironfoot. I didn't notice that. It's very hard to tell when you see only the dwarves and the mine shafts which reign Cammy could have gone for. But he went for the Reign of Ironfoot. Now, I struggle a bit with the Reign of Ironfoot to fully comprehend their nature. Or when he went for Archer. That's the best way you can counter the Risen Dead, is to go for Archer and get the cav unit. However, the Barding Outriders, I feel, are actually weaker than the Ram Riders of the Ram Riders from the Reign of Ironfoot, Oakenshield. The mineshaft died too quickly, and yeah, look at the speed on these Risen Dead. I think they're going to be reduced in speed as well, because yeah, look how fast they are. And yeah, unfortunately, the Barding Outriders were put a bit too close to the Risen Dead, that they didn't get their full charge on, and they lost a few of their units. And because all these Risen Dead are level 2, they're getting healed. Well, some of them are. They're getting healed and resurrections. And yeah, those riders, unfortunately, just didn't hit at the right point. It was close. It was so close. Tharbadd knew exactly what to do there and threw them straight in. Yeah, going Broken Rabble. Going now for the Ravagers. He's putting a lot of money into this. So if this is to fail, it could really backfire. He's leaving the Felbrood alone. He is putting all his attention up into the north here, making sure those Risen Dead can try and survive. But no, the Outriders, just before they vanished, got another good kill on the Risen Dead. Now, in future versions, instead of having only 3 extra power points, Cammy will probably have about 7 to 8 power points now by crushing all those Risen Dead. Because the Risen Dead are really worth killing now. Well, will be worth killing soon. Now, these Ravagers, unfortunately put a lot of money into this. But will it be enough to protect the base? I don't think it will. I don't quite think it will. This Tomb Guard just fervently poking things from atop this mile-high tower. And yet those Ravagers going right up into the faces of the Dwarves and saying, we do not care. We're worth 600. How much are you worth? And yeah, I think, unfortunately, the Ravagers lost the bet. They were not quite good enough. The Dwarves, in their whole ground stance, can just live forever and ever and ever. And even Frayne, poor little Frayne, had to perish that day. But now it looks like Tharbadd is back on the move, moving the Felbrood around to take out a forward mine shaft. Unfortunately, that builder did not get to finish building it in time, because now the builder is at danger of losing his life. But with those pikemen there, he might just manage to scoot them around. Perfectly done, Cammy. Well done. I know you don't know me very well, but I know you, my friend, and you are playing on your best today. You are playing on your best. But unfortunately, Tharbadd is not throwing any punches either, getting more Ravagers out. I probably wouldn't put so much money into the Ravagers. I would maybe go for more Broken Rabble. But again, on a wide map like the Ford of Eisen, trying like what you did in the last replay probably isn't going to do as efficiently. Oh, this poor builder is not getting a break. And down he goes. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Now the spiders. Oh no, he tried to get one unit out from not charging the pikes, but then they charged the other one in. Now it's an unfortunate bit of lag, I think. He lost another mineshaft down here to potentially the Risen Dead, I think. And Cammy's leaving these troops up here for a reason. I'm not going to question his methods. His methods are beyond that of mortal kin. It's beyond the mortal ken to understand. Tharbadd looks like he's got a couple of shades coming out. He's throwing a few slave mills down together. He wants that discount. He wants that basic orc discount. Does not work on Ravagers, but he does want to get it for the jailers. He's going for tier 3. I think he's going to go for the Orc Hunter spam. The one thing that the dwarves suffer against are archers, until they can get either battle wagons or they use Roark or Archer's ability. But even then it's only a temporary fix. Archers are a big problem for Erebor, and Dol Guldur does not have much in the way of good archers. Okay, we see a forward slave mill over here. How are power points looking? Still, it's a very tame start to the game. A very, very tame start to a game. Cammy's now gone for a second barracks. He went to use the undermine, or the tunnel collapse even, of the mine shaft. This is what you want to be doing later on in the game, where you can actually try and protect your mine shafts from being destroyed. Unfortunately, it seemed like it didn't quite do enough. Oh, those spiders got obliterated. They're going to need a bit of a reprieve. What I've learnt is, with these kinds of units that get really, really battered down, you don't want them to be keep moving constantly, because that will reduce their regen rate if they got banners. If they're level 2, they can heal. Let them sit, let them park their butts somewhere and let them heal. Because otherwise they will heal at around half the rate they normally would. Oh, we got Crimple out here. Oh. Oh dear. Still only a level 1 Spiral Sorcery, so no elite troops yet. But, oh, speaking of elite troops, there's the Tomb Guard. I'm guessing he went for these Tomb Guard just because they're really efficient killers. I originally just thought, okay, they're just elite pikes. That's all they're good at. Oh, hell no. They are so much more. It only says they're strong against cavalry, but they're secretly OP against heroes. Let a hero stand next to them, and their ability, the heavy duty, when a Tomb Guard dies, nearby Tomb Guard temporarily gain armor, and this stacks. So all those Tomb Guard are constantly getting even stronger just if more and more of them die, and if they're all next to each other. And like to see, Tharbadd has gone for the Risen Dead again. Cammy has gone full force, getting siege hammers, I think. Nope, I thought I saw siege hammers. Oh, no, he hasn't even gone for the forward, so of course he wouldn't get siege hammers. Unfortunately, though, Cammy, you've had to deal with these spiders this entire game. And I think you're about to lose this Hall of Warriors as well. Oh, no. No. Tharbadd came to his senses and escaped. Arca being thrown down for her ability. Unfortunately, though, this army is now perfectly cavalry-proof. Got some more Ravagers coming out, and the spawn of Karkaroth. The Black Hound summon is online. Oh, finally Cammy unleashes the dwarves that were hidden up here for so long, and using them to try and batter down these troops. These are the Risen Dead that are surrounding the base. I think that actually is a thing that comes with the Spiral Sorcery. All your barracksers gain the Risen Dead once they... Actually, it might just be when they reach a certain level. I don't know. Okay. Cammy's pushing in far. And he's even used the Ravens of Erebor. You may think, why use the Ravens? Aren't they just a thing? Well, unfortunately, the unkindness of Ravens gives them damage and speed. I thought it was just the normal debuff that they always got. Nope. The Ravens of Erebor are now an actual threat. Because that extra damage on dwarves is a pain in the neck to deal with. Oh, the spawn of Karkaroth coming out to... Oh no, Gloin. They killed Gloin. Glowin was unfortunately killed off there by the spawn of Karkaroth after he had hunted down those spiders. Oh, that's such a shame. And I think these hounds are actually going to get rid of this base. Cammy now going for the Dwarven skill. He's going to use that to protect his Hall of Warriors at the last second. Perfectly executed, of course. I expected nothing less. Archer is just sitting there, sitting pretty, not getting touched because he has no archers. As I mentioned in the last game, Dol Guldur's main weakness is flying units. They cannot really intercept them unless they actually invest into their archers, which Tharbadd in this game is not investing in archers, because archers are best against single target entities. Well, at least Dol Guldur's archers are. They're best in single target entities and flying units. And Archer is not worth investing that much into countering her. You might as well just let her live. At some point, you might as well just let her live. So yeah, Tharbadd and Cammy have now got to regroup. Cammy lost a lot in that siege. And it looks like Tharbadd is... Oh, there comes the Fell Brood. Just as I was about to say, he's not going to go back into the harassing stage. He is. He's getting more Fell Brood right now. And he is sending out an army now of Tomb Guard, Ravagers, and the Risen Dead. That is the key elite army of the Orcs of Dol Guldur. Oh, and he's even got Hadhod now, so don't wear it out. He's got some pikes and some infantry in the base of the mineshaft, and he's getting more on the way. Unfortunately, his economy has been so crippled this entire game. He has really not had much of a chance in this engage. And it looks like Tharbadd is wasting no time. He is already scooting on the edge of the viewable map. Edge of the view range. He really knows his stuff, doesn't he? He really knows his stuff. Now, unfortunately, there's no Crimple in here, so he's not giving those Orcs extra damage. But now, all those Dwarves going in. Who's going to win? The Elite Orcs or the Elite Dwarves? I think it might be the Orcs because Crimple has just shown up. In fact, no, Crimple is alive. And yep, Don't Follow the Lights is gone. Down. The Dwarves, unfortunately, are being brutally executed in this one-sided skirmish. Oh, Cammy, no, not the Builder, not the Builder. And I think Hadhod died in that encounter as well. Oh, such a shame. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's Archer. Archer and the Ravens. Yeah, and I think that is GG. Not much could have been done there from outside. Cammy doing brilliantly with his economy. Couldn't have done better myself. Tharbadd focusing perfectly on executing the enemy base. Dol Guldur, they don't need siege equipment to destroy an enemy base. They have the Ravagers for that. When they even regain health on hitting a structure. Oh, so good. Oh, and Glowin just came back. And that's GG. Well played, both sides. You both did excellently. Unfortunately, Tharbadd once again comes in with the victory. I hope you've all enjoyed this cast. And I will see you all next time. Farewell.